Hey everyone, I just want to talk about this Grand Canyon spreadsheet that I have that says how hard it is to win the Grand Canyon follow-up lottery. So when I've posted in the Grand Canyon Private Boaters Association, some of the tone in the comments is that this math is unquantifiable unless you're a statistician. There's too many variables. It's impossible. If you want to go on a trip, just the best thing you can do is network with people who already have a permit party, or do a commercial trip. So and I just want to speak to that a little bit. So let's just start with what is quantifiable. So these three columns here is the exact data the MPS provides. So let's not talk about odds of winning or your percent chances. Let's just look at the number of applications. Let's just look at these three data: number of applications that listed a date, the total chances from all applications, and the application that won this date had this many chances. But mostly I want to focus in on this first column, and this because this is most important for the point of the data points here show exactly how many people are applying to each date, right? This gives you a good sense of volume. So as you can see, these numbers are mostly below 20 in January, so less than 20 people applying for January dates. In February, they go through the 20s, range all the way up to the 80s, so they're increasing. March, we were going into the hundreds. So again, there's just already we can see in the first 3 months of the year, there's this big difference in application volume, right? January, really not more than 20 people applying to any date, right? And if they have one chance, that's a 1 in 20 chance of winning, if everyone had one chance. But we won't go into that. Let's just focus on how hard it is to win. And I think we can all agree on the basic math that the lower this number is, the easier it is to win a date. And the higher that number is, the harder it is to win a date. So as we go into March, we see that our range is gone up to, most dates. The lowest we're seeing early March, around 60 people applying, and then the highest we're seeing is over about almost 150. Then we go into April. People don't want to row rafts in the wind. And so the numbers are a little lower than March, I think, but still high. This ranging from application volume ranging from say 44, but going all the way up to 125. Oh look, 197, 198. So let's just say the range is 50 to 200 for the month of April. Okay, now let's look at the month of May. A range of 40 to looks like about 150. Okay, so that's the range. And so what we can see is that it's getting harder as we go forward into the calendar year to win a permit, right? So here we are in June. Looks like we have the low end of the range 32. High end of the range is a 200, June 18th, and that looks like our range, right? We're getting into the hot summer months. We see the small size trip, July 4th, only 37 applicants. Ooh, there's a hottest month of the year in the Grand Canyon is July. July 18th, only 14 applicants. Our high is 144 for July 9th. Low end is probably 12, July 30th. If we go into August, we can see that the numbers are still pretty low. Another really scorching hot month in Grand Canyon. Looks like we're ranging from as low as 18 to as high as Wow, I don't know if there's a number over 100. Oh, only one number over 100. That's the standard size trip. Okay. So then let's look at September. September 2nd, 178 applicants. September 4th, 260. And you can see this conditional formatting, the numbers get darker as they go higher. Let's see, what's our high for September? Do we have any over 400? Almost over 400. Almost 400, 397 people applied for this same date in September 17th, 2018. So I think any reasonable person can say, hey, if only 20 people are applying for the dates in January, but close to 400 people are applying, let's just say 200, 400 people are applying for dates in September, it's much harder to go in September than it is in January. And this is when people want to go. I also did the mode, which is a statistical, mode means the most common number in a data set. So the most common number for September is 260. Oh, it doesn't, I didn't include the whole thing. There's a 447. Let's get down to there. 371. Still 260, it looks like. Looking at October, the highs continue. Looks like I messed up my, just gonna fix that mistake. What green is that? Trying to get my months color coded correctly. October 2nd, 474. And as the month of October goes down, the numbers get less as it gets colder in the canyon. So we can definitely see a pattern here. In just column G, the number of applications, there's a popular time and there's a less popular time. The most popular time, third week of September, first week of October. The mode for October dates is 137. The most popular month is September. Again, easy stuff to agree on. And then we go down into November. It looks like our range, November 1st is 172, but by the time you get halfway through November, your range is between 8 and 30. Okay, we look at December, and we have a date where only one person applied. This is the only time this happened in the 2018 lottery. I think these dates are always very exciting to me. It's like, gosh, this guy got lucky. And then we can see the dates around Christmas, also low volume. Day before Christmas, only 2 people wanted to go. And so it kind of makes sense, right? Not a lot of people want to go. Only 2 people wanted to go day before Christmas and launch on the day before Christmas. And obviously 474 people must have wanted to go on October 2nd, right? And so the whole point of this is it isn't black and white, but in general, if you want to go during the most popular times, it's really hard to go. And for the most part, it's never really easy to go, right? You as just an individual person, if you apply for any of these dates, whether you buy the percentage, whether you believe this is, you can believe that my odds of winning percentages are totally wrong, and that this math is unquantifiable. But I think it's reasonable for everyone to see that if you're just the common man or woman out there and you apply for any 5 dates in a lottery, your chances of winning aren't great, and they're definitely not certain. You're most likely to win a permit in the months of January and February, and you're least likely to win a permit in the months of September and October. So I hope that kind of clears up this, clears up misconceptions about, how hard it is. We can take, I think, for the people who are in the category of these numbers, percents are unquantifiable, just look at the data the park provides. Well, looking at these numbers are very telling too. And we can look at these. I think if you look at this data, you can come to a lot of the same conclusions. Okay, talk to you guys later.